What is up, you guys? It is Nisha Nichelle, and welcome back to my channel. What is up? As you can tell by the title, I will be doing Am I the A-Hole? Reddit confessions. Just to address the elephant in the room, y'all, I got tired of the Love is Blind videos. I really did. I had recorded another one. I was gonna post it, but it was just so long. It's a lot to edit, and I don't know, it was just a lot. But we're gonna be doing a Reddit video. Y'all love Reddit videos, so y'all should love this video. You already know. Before we get into the video, I do have a verse of the day every single day. The verse for today comes from Proverbs 11 and 14, and it reads, "Where there is no guidance, a people falls, but in an abundance of counselors there is safety." And that is on period poop.
Period. Okay.
What that verse basically means is that when you are not led by the Spirit, by God, you will fall as a person. We can only get so far by ourselves, but when you have God, you will feel safe, you will feel peace, you will feel strength, and all of those things. Be sure that you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications, join the crew, and make it do what it do. We're gonna hop right on into the video. I know y'all love the Reddit confessions. I know y'all love the Am I the A-Hole videos. I was like, let me give them another one, period.
Another one. Another one. Another one.
Y'all know I have my handy dandy iPad here. I always use it for every single video. The first confession reads, "Am I the a-hole for leaving my girlfriend's house in the middle of the night after she refused sex?" In my opinion, before we even get into the video, babe, you're the a-hole because it's your girlfriend. But even if it was your wife, no woman is entitled to have sex with nobody. No man is entitled to have sex with nobody. And that's just what it is. If she didn't want to have sex with you and then you was like, I'm gonna leave your house, you're the a-hole. But let's just get into it. So it says, "This argument began because my girlfriend decided to initiate sex with me and then abruptly stopped because it was just fun to mess with you." Maybe you're not the a-hole. "She has done this with intention of messing with me multiple times before, and every single time I tell her that I don't like it. I've tried to set this boundary multiple times. I don't find being edged and left wanting fun. I would never force my girlfriend to do anything she is uncomfortable with. No means no, and consent can be withdrawn at any time. So I wasn't gonna pressure her into making me finish. That being said, I was left both frustrated and horny." I expressed my frustration by reminding her that I've told her not to do this, but she completely blew me off and told me that I was being immature and that I should just go to sleep. That's when I proposed that I just do the job myself without the outside assistance of porn. That seemed to be fair to me since she didn't want to continue. She told me that you might as well just go home and jerk off while I sleep. Her wording was deliberate and she was directly referencing one of the biggest conflicts in our relationship. 2 years ago, I watched porn in the bathroom while she was asleep. This was a singular out of character event which she knows I feel horrible about and have apologized for profusely. We both agree that porn is something we don't want in our relationship. She knows that I still feel horribly about this. It was a singular event and it's been over 2 years. Why bring it up? Question mark.
Why?
This really upset me, so I left. It just feels like she is repeatedly crossing boundaries, getting upset at normal hormonal reactions, and then bringing up past mistakes to purposely make me feel bad. And then it has a couple of edits. But before I read the edits, I just want to give my opinion. After reading it, I actually changed. I do not think you are the a-hole. I thought it was a different situation. I read these when I read them to you. I don't read them before. So I thought it was a different situation, but honestly, given what she did and given y'all's conversations beforehand, I do not think you are the a-hole. If you have set boundaries with her and she just refuses to respect those boundaries, you're not the a-hole. But maybe that's not the relationship for you. If she's gonna continue to not respect your boundaries, what else will she not respect your boundaries about? And then bringing up the past situation that happened, I get it a little bit because I did it. I be bringing up past situations, but it don't be past like 2 years past. It be like past like recent past. So I don't know. I feel like she caused all of this and it is what it is, babe. You got the hand that was dealt to you. So now you just gotta deal with it. But let's read the edits, y'all. Let's see what the edits gotta say. "After I left, I was sent this string of text messages by her. 1, I don't understand why you hate me so much. 2, not talking to me is the most immature thing I've witnessed. 3, I hope this is worth it. 4, you are being over dramatic about one comment." She then edited them a couple of minutes later into this string. This girl is manipulative. It says, 1, I love you. 2, I'm sorry that I'm such a B word. 3, I didn't want you to leave. In parentheses, it says, she told me to leave. 4, everything is always my fault. That is so manipulative. My thing is, why would you edit the text messages? You could see what an edited text message says, so why edit it, babe? That doesn't make any sense. And then you're gonna edit it into something that's even more manipulative than what you just did. what is the point in that? So then it says edit number 2, just clarifying some things. Sex had been fully initiated when she randomly stopped and she told me directly that she just enjoyed messing with me.
What?
That's so dirty, which I explicitly told her not to do. I completely get playful teasing your partner, but we were way past the point of teasing. I'm 20 and she is 19. This is also my first relationship, not her first. We mutually agreed to exclude porn from our relationship. She communicated that she was uncomfortable with it and I'd rather go without than sacrifice her comfort. That's so sweet. Yeah, I don't think you're the a-hole. Your girlfriend is a bit manipulative and it seems as though she is a bit mature. Like I said, maybe you just need to leave the relationship. I think you should just go. Okay, on to the next confession. This one says, am I the a-hole for exposing my boyfriend and this OnlyFans girl he was cheating on me with? Seem like it's gonna be some tea in this one, babe. Let's get into it. I'm 20 years old, female, and I've been with my boyfriend for a year and a half now, 22-year-old male. Our relationship has never had much problems. We love each other a lot and are always with each other unless the other person is working. That's toxic. Take it from me. Have your alone time. Learn to be alone. Recently, I realized his work schedule has been changing, even though he has had the same schedule for the whole time I've been with him. I didn't think anything of it at first until he would stop messaging me as much, and he usually is always responding to my messages to him while he's at work. I've never really looked through his phone because I trust him a lot and he's never given me a reason not to trust him, but I was having a bad gut feeling about it all. So I was planning on getting his phone when he got home. Take that phone, girl, go through it, leave that relationship, period.
Period. Okay?
Take that phone, go through it, and leave that relationship the first time, period. So when he arrived, everything was normal. He gave me a kiss on the lips, talked to me like he usually does, and so on. Once we got into bed, I waited a good 30 minutes for him to fall asleep before looking on his phone. And the S word, the stuff that comes out your butt, I saw on his effing phone made my heart sink to my stomach. There was a message thread with someone named Geo Work, which I know who this is. It's his coworker. But when I actually clicked on it, it was not what I was expecting. Countless messages talking about how much he loved his oh, jeez. Countless messages talking about how much he loved effing this girl and he couldn't wait to see her. There was also videos and pictures exchanged between them. Some were normal pics and some, as you may have guessed, were sex tapes. Gosh. I tried to hold back my tears, but I just couldn't and didn't know what to do. I sent all the pictures and videos to myself as evidence. Smart. Either send those pictures in text messages or whatever to yourself, girls, ladies, or make sure you take a picture of the phone because they're gonna try to deny.
That ain't me.
But babe, we have the proof. You were caught red-handed. You were caught red-handed. And me personally, I ain't never found nothing like that, but jeez. I probably, woo. Pride throwing up, sliding down a wall. That's crazy. Sex tapes is crazy. So it says the worst part about all this is I guess she does OnlyFans and they make videos together and she posts them on there.
What's up, nigga? What's up, nigga?
And it just shattered my heart knowing he was so okay with doing this to me. I looked up the B word online and she wasn't hard to find and her page was also public. So I was looking into her profile and found out who her family was and decided to send the videos of her and my boyfriend effing to her parents and siblings and asking them if they know their daughter does OnlyFans.
You what?
After that, I got up and packed a few things and just left to my sisters because I couldn't deal with being in his presence because I was scared of what I would do to him. That's valid. Can I just say you're a G? You sent it to the family, honey? You sent it to the family? Honestly, if I ever did find something like that, I don't think I would send it to the family because I'm the type of person where I'll do something or I'll say something and then I'll feel bad for it because I'm just not the type of person. I like to move with love and forgiveness in my heart. Not to say that I would allow myself to be treated like that because I definitely wouldn't. But I feel like when we do stuff like that, it's just to try to make the person hurt as much as we hurt. It's not necessary because karma is a real thing and she's gonna do her job. God says that vengeance is his to pay and he's gonna pay it, and that's just what it is. So I've learned not to do that because it just creates guilt in myself after the fact. I just don't feel good about it. I just feel like toodaloo, the best thing you could do is just leave in peace. So it says I went to sleep sobbing to my sister about everything and she was just in shock about it all. I woke up the next morning with a bunch of texts and calls from my boyfriend and the messages ranged from where are you okay, to I'm sorry, and then proceeding to call me a B word, sending it to the girl's parents. I'm scared to even say anything back because I realized the damage I done because of how emotional I was last night and felt guilty. Exactly. That's exactly what I was saying, because I'm not sure if the girl even knew about me and my boyfriend, but I have a feeling she did because I'm posted on my boyfriend's Instagram page. I just don't know what to do. This all happened last night and I don't want to talk to anyone right now, but my sister also told me it's effed up what I did to the girl. So am I the a-hole for exposing this girl's OnlyFans to her family? I will say that if you were posted on his Instagram page, then the girl should have known that y'all dated. I don't really see any other way that she wouldn't have known, but kudos to your man for posting you, because that's few and far between, babe. But I don't see how she wouldn't have known, so I don't really get that part. But I do think that you are the a-hole for sending that to her parents and her siblings and all of that. That's just an invasion of privacy. If they wanted to see what their daughter or their sister was doing on the internet, they would have subscribed to the OnlyFans. I don't think that that's something they would like to see. And you even said it yourself, you felt guilty after the fact, which is what I was saying. That's why you can't be emotional when making decisions, good or bad. I would say you are the a-hole. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I get your reasoning. Your reasoning was valid because your reasoning was valid and you should leave the relationship, but don't do that no more. Don't do it, boo. Don't do that no more. I don't think it's right. So the next one reads, am I the a-hole for divorcing my wife after a car crash? Let's see if you're the a-hole, because if you divorced her because of like an ailment, or like she was not healthy after the car crash, maybe she has to be in a wheelchair or something now, you're definitely the a-hole. And that is just what it is. You're the a-hole, because why would you do that? It's your wife through sickness and health till death do us part. Babe, she ain't dead, honey. She's alive. So in that case, you would be the a-hole. But let's get into it and see if you really are. So it says, I'm female, 33, divorcing my wife, also a female, 33, after her latest car accident caused by her, in parentheses, which resulted in 2 people being sent to the hospital and 3 cars total. I don't know the extent of the injuries, but I know they have retained an attorney. This isn't an isolated incident. Her recent driving history includes multiple accidents and traffic violations. In parentheses, it says, 1 being 40 in an active school zone, despite repeated discussions and attempts to address her behavior. In this recent incident, she was driving on a suspended license. It's a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Y'all be, you know, I cannot like fathom the amount of people who have suspended license or are driving without insurance. I'm like, y'all are literally like bosses for real, because I would be so scared. I'm a black woman in America, babe. I can't do that. That is so crazy to me when I hear that people actually do that. Anyway, in this recent incident, she was driving on a suspended license, a fact she kept from me. In parentheses, it says, second time her license has been suspended in our 7-year-long relationship. Attempting to cut cross traffic for a coffee stop, she collided with 2 other vehicles, causing extensive damage and injuries. This severe incident follows a troubling pattern over the past year. 2 other accidents, several speeding tickets, a disregard for car maintenance leading to further incidents, and her license being previously suspended. Honestly, I get why her license has been suspended. Babe doesn't need to be on the road. She need to be in defensive driving class, because what is going on? This is tea. I've tried my hardest to support her, from teaching her defensive driving techniques to suggesting lifestyle changes aimed at improving her focus and reducing fatigue. Despite these efforts, my wife has not taken my concerns or the safety of others on the road seriously. Our last conversation about the financial and emotional toll her driving has taken on us, pleading with our insurance company not to drop us and warning her about the consequences of her actions, ended with her making excuses and deflecting blame. I hate that, like, because I know if her license has been suspended, you probably got to take her place. Well, obviously not take her places, because she gonna drive regardless, but you might have had to take her places multiple times. The tickets are probably horrendous, the attorney's fees, the insurance company. Like, I used to work in personal injury, so I understand how that could be like too much, but I've literally known people to do this for like a living. Like, they get into car accidents, it's not their fault, right? The insurance company deems it not their fault, so they can get compensation for their injuries, right? They treat for it, whatever the case may be. But in this situation, it seems as if it's always her fault. So you're not even doing that. You're not even doing it for a good cause or for some shmoney. You're just being reckless on the road, and I can't get with that. I can't get with that. Be people life in danger on these roads because of you, babe. I'm glad your license is suspended. Suspended again. I mean, not that it matters, because it seems like you're gonna drive anyway, but still. Her latest reckless act has her facing felony charges with a realistic possibility of jail time, given her driving record despite no substances involved. I've exhausted my resources and emotional energy trying to rectify the aftermath of her actions of previous incidents. Given the seeming lack of change or acknowledgement of the gravity of her behavior, and despite the complex dynamics at play, you using a lot of words, player, and this is a lot to say. But anyways, It says, in parentheses, her being the main income earner and with my own challenges with a rare disability in pursuing my degree, I've decided to prioritize my own well-being and I'm actively pursuing a divorce. Her continual negligence and refusal to change, even in the face of severe legal consequences and the risk to human life, have left me with no other choice. This decision comes from a place of exhaustion and needing to protect my future. Am I the a-hole for divorcing her over reckless driving and its consequences? I personally feel like, I don't know. I kind of be looking at everything like from a biblical perspective. Technically, if you're already married, you're not supposed to divorce somebody. Like, I think the only grounds for divorce is adultery. And even then, if your partner apologizes, technically, I believe that you're supposed to like work on it and see if it can work. But if God says like, if you want to get a divorce after they cheated on you, pretty much, you can, babe. Go ahead. From that perspective, I would say maybe try. It seems as though you have tried. So like from a human perspective, taking all the spiritual out of it, which is hard for me because y'all know I love Jesus. I love God. You don't love God, what's wrong with you?
I love God. You don't love God? What's wrong with you?
Right? But taking all of that out of it, I feel like I get it, right? I get why you would want to divorce her. I get that she is just reckless at this point and it seems like it's no saving her. Maybe tell her to read the Bible. I don't know. But she shouldn't be driving on suspended license. I'm glad actually that she's facing jail time because maybe that's the only way she would learn. And then honestly, these people with these car insurance companies, they can sue y'all both. Like, y'all are married. So if she's like gotten into multiple accidents and all of that stuff, it's gonna get to a point where it's not just people suing the insurance company. They're gonna sue her because she shouldn't be on the road. And that's why her license is revoked. She should never be able to have a license again if she's gonna continue to drive like that. I won't say you were the a-hole, but a part of me says, you know, stay and figure it out, you know, because, you know. But another part of me says like, no, they're not the a-hole, dip, because babe. But then again, it's like I also understand why you wouldn't want to dip if she's the main breadwinner. She's the one providing for the family, I guess, and you have like health issues. I get that. But at the same time, it's not worth your peace. Protect your peace and dip. Deuces. That's just what I say. So, all in all, not the a-hole. It says, am I the a-hole for telling my mom's husband that he is a nauseating piece of filth? That actually sounds a little funny, I'm sorry. But it says, I, a 19-year-old male, visit my mom once a month. Recently, I got 72% on a midterm exam. Told my mom about it and she later told her husband. Her husband called my dad and told him to take my cat to the pound and punish me.
What?
Whoa, how is that gonna help you get a better grade? That's just what I want to know. I feel like that's what people don't understand, or parents don't understand. I'm not no parent. I'm not no parent. Let's get that straight. Don't really want to be. But what I will say is that I feel like that's one thing parents don't understand. When your child is not getting the material in school, a spanking, punishment, whatever the case may be, is not gonna help their brain to work any differently. Like, if you know they're giving their full effort or whatever the case may be and you still want to punish them, to me that's like literally insane. Because why?
Why?
Your kid is trying their best. Maybe you should actually get them help instead of punishing them. I'm gonna say off rip, you're not the a-hole because it seems like he is a nauseating piece of filth. But anyways, it says, when my dad told me about this conversation, I confronted my mom's husband, who told me that I should be punished for how poorly I did. I told him he has no right to interfere in my private life since I live with my dad, that he isn't even paying for my university education. My dad is. I told him to mind his business and he got really angry. He said I should learn to be more respectful, so I told him he should learn not to be a nauseating piece of filth. My mom told me I didn't have to take it that far and he is her husband. She said I've made things really uncomfortable for her and that I should have more patience. I disagree. Maybe you shouldn't have took that far, I guess. But he should mind his own business. Like, that's not even your dad for real. And I'm sorry. I am so sorry, but I be saying that all the time because, babe, if you're not my mom or my dad, don't tell me nothing about nothing. Or at least a family member from blood, babe. Don't tell me nothing about nothing. Especially discipline, babe. No. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna work. I respect you as an adult, but he's 19, so he's an adult too. Respect goes both ways, and that's just what it is. Maybe you shouldn't have took it that far, but I understand your frustration, and he does need to mind his own business, especially if he's not paying for nothing. Not a thing, Nathan, y'all. He's not paying for nothing. So yeah, he need to be quiet. He could have said, I'm gonna get you some tutoring. And that's just all that needed to be said for that. But take your cat. People have such strong bonds with their animals. Why would he tell your dad to take the cat to the pound to punish you? Just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So I will say you're not the a-hole. But maybe next time you shouldn't take it that far. I will say that. Alrighty, so the next one reads, am I the a-hole for calling divorce immediately after finding out my wife emotionally cheated on me? I'm gonna just go ahead and say that you are not the a-hole. Emotional cheating is just the same or worse as physical cheating, in my opinion. I'm gonna just say you're not. But let's go ahead and read and get into why you're seeking advice from the others. So it says, I found out my wife was cheating on me emotionally last week. I found it out through a notification when she was in the shower. Honestly, if you cheat, you gotta cheat better than that, babe. D&D all day, every day. Anyways, it says, we are both 33 and married for 6 years. In my eyes, everything was good. Funny how one can hide their betrayal without the other party noticing. I confronted her right away and told her to open her phone to show me the messages. She refused first, but gave up after I told her we are getting a divorce. The texts were not that old and there were not many. It was obvious most of the texts were deleted. I asked her questions about the affair, why, who, where, how, valid. I will not go into details as I want to stay anonymous, but I was trickle truth in the end. She got caught and trickle truth me. Honestly, I don't know what that means. Maybe I'll look it up. I do not believe her and what she said about the extent that they went. At the beginning of our relationship, I made it very clear that cheating in any form is a relationship ender. I told her to get a lawyer because we are getting divorced. Boundaries, love it. Love it for you, babe. It says she asked for marriage counseling, promised to change and even make her life completely dependent upon me. Leave the job, not leave the house, and give me all of her digital devices. I wouldn't even do that. Honestly, I wouldn't do that even if I was the one who cheated. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not doing that. Not leave the house. Are you crazy? I told her where marriage counseling would help was before she decided to have an affair. Valid. Yes, babe. We could go to marriage counseling and solve the problem there by talking whichever problem she had. Instead, she went on to have an emotional affair and made sure to actively hide things by me by deleting texts and trickle truthing. I reminded her my boundaries and what I told her about them in the beginning of the relationship. I will hand the divorce papers to her this month and she is telling me to reconsider. Am I the a-hole in this situation? I say no. Like I said, I really do think that emotional cheating is worse than just like a one-night stand or whatever, because you actually like the person, like you actually have feelings for the person. The cheater has placed that person's feelings above your feelings. You cannot trust her. Trust is a big, you know, foundational thing in a relationship. If you set the boundary to begin with and you're not willing to fix that or go to counseling for it, it's understandable. I just say go ahead and leave and you're not the a-hole. Oh, it's an update on this one. So it says, update, I'm 100% divorced now. I think I was looking to relax and validate my logic with that post. Love is there, but trust is broken. My heart told me to have and hope. Logic told me to get a divorce. Logic won in the end. It has been over a week now and I still did not get the full information about the affair. Yesterday night and this morning after the post, I came to learn new information about the affair. I am still not sure if it's the full extent. To clarify the emotional affair part, they sexted, sent news to each other, and there were I love yous involved.
You guys make me sick to my stomach, fam.
That's crazy. If it's not cheating, I do not know what it is. Whatever, I still do not know the full truth, and she refuses disclosing who exactly this is. My trust level for her is so low that she could say the sky is blue and I would doubt it. I felt that. This relationship is just over, dead. I will go ahead with the divorce as soon as possible so I can process my feelings alone after she leaves. Some people told me that I would not be able to find someone as a 33-year-old male. This is the last thing I worry about after divorce. First thing is to get over the relationship and put myself together better than ever. I am planning starting individual therapy right after I sort things out. I can date after that easily. Good for you, babe. Good for you. Set those boundaries, babe. Let's do like 2 more and then we're gonna go ahead and end the video. Alright, y'all, so this next one reads, am I the a-hole for exposing my best friend's secret affair? I, a 30-year-old female, have been best friends with Sarah, 29-year-old female, since childhood. We've always been there for each other through thick and thin. However, I recently found out something that shook me to the core. Sarah has been in a committed relationship with her fiance, John, a 32-year-old male, for the past 5 years. They were planning their dream wedding and everything seemed perfect on the surface. But one day while scrolling through social media, I stumbled upon a picture that made my blood run cold. It was a photo of Sarah cozying up to a man that was definitely not John. Shocked and confused, I tried to brush it off as a misunderstanding. However, over the next few weeks, I noticed Sarah becoming increasingly secretive and distant. I couldn't shake off the feeling that something was terribly wrong, so I decided to do some digging. What I uncovered left me torn between loyalty to my best friend and doing what I felt was right. I discovered that Sarah was indeed having an affair with her coworker, Mark. 30-year-old male. They had been seeing each other for almost a year behind John's back. I was devastated and felt like I was living in a soap opera. My moral compass was spinning. On one hand, I wanted to confront Sarah and make her see the gravity of her actions. On the other hand, I didn't want to betray her trust or jeopardize our friendship. After much deliberation, I decided to confront Sarah. The conversation was emotional and intense. She begged me not to tell John, citing various reasons and promising to end the affair herself. But I couldn't shake off the guilt of keeping such a huge secret from John, who was completely unaware of Sarah's betrayal. I struggled with my decision for days until I finally made a choice. I anonymously messaged John with the evidence I had gathered. The fallout was catastrophic. Sarah's engagement was called off and our friendship was shattered. She felt betrayed and blamed me for everything. Now I'm left questioning whether I did the right thing. Was it my place to expose Sarah's affair, or should I have stayed out of it and let her deal with the consequences herself? Am I the a-hole? In my opinion, this is a hard one because I don't necessarily think you're the a-hole, but I don't think it was your place as well. Your loyalty, good or bad, is with Sarah. That's your best friend. And so I feel like I don't really know that I would have done that. I would have felt so bad, especially with them planning a wedding. And it's like, John, you really should have married this girl. She is not ready for marriage. I get it, but I just don't think that it was your place. But since you did it, I don't think you're the a-hole. Like, at this point, what's done is done. I don't think you ruined anything. I think Sarah ruined her relationship by cheating in the first place. So had she never cheated, there would never be any evidence to spill anonymously as her best friend or anything. So no, you're not the a-hole. I understand why you did it, but also that was not your place to do. If it was me, I probably would have told Sarah she needs to stop. I probably would have distanced myself from my best friend. I'm not gonna lie, because I just don't like being put in a position like that. Because more than likely, if you are her best friend, you are a friend to both of them, even though like that's your best friend, so your loyalty lies with her. But I would have just distanced myself from the situation. I don't want nothing to do with y'all. Honestly, you see the type of person she is. If she would cheat on her fiance, she would do something downright and dirty to you. So I would have just distanced myself and been like, you know you're wrong, you know you're dirty, and I would have left it at that. But karma doesn't miss anybody, so it would have caught up to her eventually, whether married or not. But hey, you did it, and I don't think you're the a-hole now, so it is what it is. All right, so we're gonna do one more. Let's try to find a good one. All right, so this one says, am I the a-hole for hitting on my girlfriend's friend after she insisted on not telling them I'm her boyfriend? Your girlfriend is weird, because me, I'ma claim my man. So I just feel like that's weird. I feel like it's weird in relationships in general when the other partner just doesn't really want to post you. They don't want to claim you. They don't, you know, show their appreciation towards you to the public in general. I already feel like that's weird. So her not wanting to tell her friends that you are her boyfriend, I feel like that's weird people behavior. Your girlfriend or whatever is weird. So it says, my girlfriend and I have been official for a few weeks now. She hasn't introduced me to her friend group yet, which I didn't think much of at first. We were all set to hang out, but before that, my girlfriend said to me not to mention that we were together. I asked why, and she said because she wasn't ready for it. That night, I was okay with it. Afterwards, I told my girlfriend that I felt like crap and that I wanted to be seen as her boyfriend. She said not to worry and that she will be ready soon. But the second time, she asked me not to mention it again. I was annoyed, but I agreed not to say anything. During that second time, I overheard one of her friends ask her if there was anything going on between us, and she said it was just a friend. I was hurt, to be honest. I knew what I agreed to, but it hurt hearing her say it. Later that night, one of her friends approached me and started hitting on me and asked me if I was into my girlfriend. I lied and said we were just friends. That's what she asked you to do, right? Period.
Period. Okay?
We spent the next 2 hours talking and lightly flirting. I didn't kiss her or anything like that, but did playfully shove her. Y'all doing that high school flirty starships we're meant to fly. Okay, so anyways, it says, I wasn't planning some revenge on my girlfriend or anything, but it felt nice to have someone flirt with me. My girlfriend was pissed. She said that I crossed the line with her friend. I told her we were just having fun and nothing happened. We got into a fight and I'm feeling confused now if I should apologize or not. I don't really know. I feel like that's on your girlfriend. I feel like that's on your girlfriend because, babe, she should have claimed you. If she didn't want nobody else flirting with you, it's like she wanted to make herself available to the public. That's what it looks like to me. So if she didn't want you to be made available to the public, then she should claim you, especially to her friends. Like, what is going on? Honestly, I don't know. Like, y'all tell me in the comments, is he the a-hole or not? Because I'm really confused. I feel like I get why he did it, but at the same time, if you and the girl know what y'all got going on, then it is kind of rude to flirt with her friend in front of her face. But I feel like you should never be with somebody who don't want to claim you. Like, That's kind of crazy. I mean, I could get the first time because sometimes friends can be a little bit overwhelming, overbearing. But once y'all decided to get into a relationship, once she said yes to being your girlfriend, she should have been ready for that. If she wasn't ready for that, she should have just kept talking to you. I don't know, yo. I really don't know if he's the a-hole or not. Tell me down in the comments if you think he is the a-hole. I'm just let y'all decide because I don't know how I feel about that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want more videos like this, be sure to let me know below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me down in the comments below who you think is the a-hole, who you think is not the a-hole. Like I said, make sure that you guys subscribe, join the crew, and make it do what it do. Once you join the crew, that notification bell will pop up, so make sure that you guys hit it so you know every time I post a new video. I will see you guys in the next one. Adios muchachas. Bye.